What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. World Cup is over. Spurs pre-season kicks off this week. Happy days for everyone. And massive congratulations to Pedro Porro. And it's just a Tottenham thing. It is just a Tottenham thing. Hugo Lloris in 2018. Cuti Romero in, what was it, 2022? And Pedro Porro now in the big 2026. So just a Tottenham thing. Winning the World Cup.
Did he get in team of the tournament?
I haven't seen team of the tournament, but he bloody should have, because he was the best right back there.
Anyone know, chat? Yeah, he was phenomenal. And what a final he was as well for him. He put in the ball, which led to the goal as well. Mm-hmm. He was obviously scored the goal in the semi-final. He was instrumental, wasn't he, Pedro Porro, in that Spanish team. And it just goes to show you put him in a functioning team with good players around him and what he's capable of. What a player, what a tournament. And I'm so excited for him to come back in a Tottenham shirt and to do it all again under Roberto De Zerbi, who's going to know exactly what to do with him. Big up to Pedro. Delighted for him. Couldn't have happened to a more passionate, greater guy, greater player. He was very popular in our dressing room, and you can see why.
Yeah, absolutely. It gave me a lot of joy watching him lift that gold trophy yesterday. And look, now it's all over. We can all get on with our lives and start focusing on Tottenham even more. Wednesday, the big kickoff against MK Dons, 4 p.m. kickoff. And we'll be doing, predicted lineups back tomorrow and everything like that. So,
Chat says he was in team of the tournament.
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he should have been. He was fantastic. He really was. Any other Spurs players in team of the tournament? Jed Spence?
Romero, was he?
Spence should have been.
2026 team of...
Romero should have been, to be fair.
Well, not. Is there an official team of the tournament? World Cup team of the I don't. Is this the official one? Okay.
Mark Guehi.
Guehi. Unai Simon, Porro, Kubrasi, Guehi, Cucurella, Rodri, Rice, Bellingham, Olise, Mbappe,
How's Guehi
Messi.
getting in that? How's Guehi getting in team of the tournament?
Is this the official one?
Can't be the official one. Has it even been announced?
Everyone says their team of the tournament. I don't see an official one. There's an Opta team of the... I don't know if there is an official one.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people in the tournament saying Kate and Jimbo raid. Big up to Kate and Jimbo.
Come on. Big up to them.
Porro was in goals team. Yeah, I don't think there's been an official one yet.
FIFA official World Cup team. I don't know if this is the official one.
Who have they put at centre back? Laporte and Kubarasi.
But Kobel in goal.
Kobel.
Rodri, Bellingham, Dembele, Messi, Haaland, Mbappe.
I don't know if the official one's out yet. Would have seen it.
All right, we'll keep you updated on that, but Porro should definitely be in there either way.
Yeah, 100%. We've got a lot of Tottenham transfer news to bring you today. We are going to start off, massive plug for okjersey.com, the best place on the internet to get your replica jerseys, just like the one Sim is wearing today. Last year's training top. The new training stuff going on there very soon. The current kits are ready on there, home and away. And it's top quality stuff, guys. You will not find better on the internet for such a cheap price. And you get a further 10% off with our code SPURS, as you can see pinned to the live chat. The link is there, the code is there, and there you can see. Look at that long sleeve one. That looks lovely.
Beautiful.
That looks lovely.
Yeah, look, best price, best replica jerseys, best quality. Go to OK Jersey, use our code, get 10% off. Happy days.
And also,
everyone's a winner.
A bit of a spoiler here for our pre-season watch-alongs, but they are sending us some giveaways for you guys over the pre-season period. So you better get into our watch-alongs, because we've got some free shirts to be given away to you guys. So very much looking forward to that. And the first watch-along does kick off 4 p.m. on Wednesday behind closed doors against MK Dons. We'll be here to cover it, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Spurs and De Zerbi ball back in action, people. So be there or be square. But yeah, get yours. The link is in description. Code Spurs for a further 10%. But look, let's get into some transfer news. And let's start off talking about the change of staff, because it looks like De Zerbi is finally getting his staff through the door. Himothy saying that Brighton assistant head coach Andrew Crofts will be joining Tottenham Hotspur. Andrew Crofts worked with De Zerbi throughout his time at Brighton from 22 to 24. When De Zerbi joined Brighton, he promoted Crofts from the under-21s manager to his first team coaching staff, and they will be reunited now at Tottenham Hotspur. Tom Tombleson from the City Group and Ali James from Villa will be joining as part of the medical department as well. And also Stuart Lewis, who was the first team academy transition coach, has left to join Ipswich. So SZY also backed up the Andrew Crofts claim as well. So looks as though De Zerbi bringing in his number 2, and also a couple of guys in the medical department, which will be thoroughly needed.
Yeah, there's no point giving De Zerbi all this control on the transfer market and then not in the backroom staff. You've got to give him everything he wants. And if he rates this guy and he thinks he could be a really valuable assistant coach, you've got to bring him in. Obviously, I don't know too much about him, how good he is, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure De Zerbi brings him in for a reason. When it comes to obviously the medical department, we've badly needed that. We all know that. We've had so much trouble with the medical department over the last few years, and we need just a complete root and branch ripping up of the whole section, and we need it just streamlining to much more efficient, because at the moment we're just picking up so many injuries left, right and centre. Yeah, so one's coming from Villa, which is quite interesting, because yeah, their injury record was okay, wasn't it? I think last season wasn't too bad,
more or less. Yeah.
So maybe they've seen that and think maybe we could do with someone who's within their camp. Obviously the City Group, they always are the best in class in whatever they do, so that's encouraging as well. So all great, all happy days.
I'll tell you what, if we don't have an injury crisis this season, those are going to be the best 2 signings that we've made over the
100%.
Summer.
They're going to be worth 100 million within themselves.
Yeah, literally.
So, obviously, I remember having this conversation with when De Zerbi first signed, and I don't think it was Crofts. It was maybe a different assistant manager or member of staff that he brings with him everywhere, and it didn't bring him with him to Spurs. And we're questioning, why is that? Are they giving all the staff he wanted? But clearly, you know, with this new season coming up, he's made a few more demands. He's got so much power now. He can probably bring in whoever he wants. So.
Yeah, well, look, De Zerbi actually mentioned it in a press conference at the back end of last season, didn't he? And he said, they asked him, why haven't you brought over that many staff? And he said, because he just wanted to keep everything just, you know...
didn't want to confuse anyone.
Didn't want to make too much change at the back end of last season. And, you know, it was kind of insinuated that in the summer, a lot of people or some people will be moved over. So maybe this is the first of many, who knows? But that's the news right now.
In terms of Stuart Lewis... apparently it's quite he could be quite a big miss, they're saying. Apparently he's quite a good coach.
Yeah, look, he's been making his way up the ranks at Tottenham, made his way as part of the first team last season to a transitioning coach from the academy to the first team. Obviously the transition from the academy to the first team hasn't been great, which we'll talk about in a minute, but yeah, look, apparently he's got a big reputation about him inside the 4 walls at Spurs, so our loss is going to be Ipswich's gain, and I wish him all the best.
There's Ali Gold was saying he wouldn't be surprised if in a few years he might become actually a head coach at some point. He thinks he could be on that pathway.
Yeah, they said the same about a few guys that have left Spurs. Obviously, Ryan Mason, he went over to do it, but not very successfully. And there was, the name skips my mind
Cochrane?
now. Not Cochrane, well, him as well. But the one that's just gone to coach in the MLS, what's his name?
Oh, I know you're talking about.
The name just skips my mind.
I can't remember his name either. I know exactly what you're talking about. Colorado.
Yeah, he's obviously was at Spurs, and I just can't remember his name off the top of my head. But he's a very highly rated coach and doing well in the MLS. So
Ange was as big as an inspiration.
Yeah, there's no Davies at Birmingham as well, another one.
Who's the manager of Colorado, guys? Matt Wells. Matt Wells.
How can I forget Matt Wells? So, yeah, look, a few guys in Spurs that have gone out with big reputations, and let's see how they all do. All right, well, we do have a done deal to talk about, and he goes by the name of Tynan Thompson. We heard at the back end of last week this could be happening, and it's all been officially announced. We've reached an agreement with Manchester United for the transfer of Tynan Thompson. Ali Gold says that Man United have signed Thompson from Spurs for $4 million plus a further $4 million in add-ons with a 20% sell-on clause. And a profit plus 20% sell-on clause on profit plus matching rights on any future bid. After such a difficult year with personal circumstances, the family wanted to relocate from the area. He's a terrific talent. George Sessions says that he's told that Thompson had started to grow frustrated at the lack of first-team opportunities at Tottenham. Made the bench 3 times, but the pathway left the wing on the left wing was blocked. Thompson lost his father in late 2025, and his desire to relocate from the area was expressed by his family. A potentially $8 million deal plus a sell-on clause in the region of 15 to 20 million is good business for Tottenham, but Thompson is a big talent, great dribbler in the Rashford mould. It makes sense. And a Man United ITK, Sully Talk, says that personal issues are one, but the lack of a pathway to the first team have become a real concern at Spurs, especially within the parents of the young players. Stuart Lewis advocated for Tynan to get minutes last season when Spurs had injury problems, but he was not listened to. So I wonder if there was a bit of more of a pathway, maybe he would have stayed at Spurs. But it's a great deal for Spurs, really. You know, a player that's only played under 21 football could turn out to be an £8 million deal. But we've seen him play, you know, in pre-season and the under 21s. He does look like a real talent.
Yeah, obviously 8 million, you can't, potentially 8 million is pretty good for a player who you don't know how good he is. He's only 18. So I think from Tottenham's point of view, you take the money, you move on. Obviously 20% sell-on clause as well. So if any future deals happen, if he goes for any significant fee, Tottenham get a slice to that. So that's nice. And we've been doing that with all our sales, which has been really encouraging. And I think Rafi Mawson's doing a great job with the getting these clauses into all the sale contracts. When it comes to Tynan, whenever we saw him I think he made some performances in pre-season, and I remember being very, very impressed with him. And he looked like one of the shining lights when he came off the bench, and was really impressive. I remember on a few occasions. I remember we were looking forward to like Lancashire and Moore coming on. Yeah, it was Tynan who was the one a lot of the time actually outshining those players a few times. So I think that's the thing I would say when it comes to what Stuart Lewis is saying, and that is something that I think Spurs on many, many occasions we've complained about managers. They would rather put square pegs in round holes and give a go to an academy player, a young player with a little experience. And definitely last season when we were basically had no wingers, Kudus, we were relying on Tell, we were playing Gallagher on the right sometimes, we just had no wingers. Why not give Tynan a go, even if it's off the bench? Give him a 20-minute run out, see how he does, because if he does well, bang, you have a player that you can actually use. And if he doesn't, then you keep doing what you're doing with whatever Gallagher or whatever on the wing. So I totally get those frustrations, and if I'm a parent of one of these players, or even one of the coaches who your job is to get these players trained up and ready for the first team and develop them, and if you feel like they should deserve an opportunity or they're good enough to get an opportunity in there, and the current first team manager constantly they're settling for not even good options ahead of them, then that's got to be very, very frustrating. And you've got to look at that situation thinking, are you ever going to get your opportunity here? That's something Tottenham have struggled with for a long time now. Ever since probably the early days of Poch, when we were seeing a lot of younger players coming in and doing well, we just haven't given those opportunities regularly. You can probably remember Tanganga getting some regular opportunities under Mourinho. You had Winks coming into the squad and Skip, but this you're talking about how maybe a handful of players over a 10-year period here. Definitely there's been opportunity, especially during our injury crisis, to at least see what these academy players can offer, and we've consistently declined those opportunities and gone with more experienced players out of position, and that's got to be very frustrating. I don't even think it's helped us, to be honest, because we've continually underperformed. I'm not even saying that we definitely would have helped us if they got a chance, but at least try and give it a go and see what they can do. Sometimes they can surprise you, so yeah, it's frustrating to be losing a talent like Tynan. But let's hope we've got some other talented young players. Let's hope they don't all go the way of where Tynan's going. Luke Williams-Barnett and Junai Byfeld and Mikey Moore. These got so many talented young players, teenagers, that I think all Spurs fans really resonate with and want to see get opportunities. But we do have De Zerbi at the helm now. We are signing lots of players for lots of money. I don't think he's interested, or it's in his interest to give these players an opportunity.
I think for the De Zerbi one, I think we're trying to buy players that are men, that are ready-made, that have been there, done it in terms of the Premier League football. And I think once you see that settled team, then you'll see maybe it'll be an opportunity to bring in a few youngsters here or there. But for where we're at right now, we can't carry these youngsters. We just finished 17th twice in a row. We need to start fighting our way up the league first. And then I think maybe you can start seeing a few youngsters being integrated here and there. It is a shame to lose Tynan Thompson. He's a player that I enjoyed watching in pre-season last summer. But again, like if a player wants to go, he wants to go, and there weren't going to be too many opportunities for him next season. And apparently, if you believe Ested Y and a few others, he's going to be part of the Man United first team next season, and he's going to be a rotation option for them on the wings. So
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, fine. But we said that about Aidan Heaven, and Aidan Heaven got significant game time last season at a similar age. So that's the dream that they're selling Tynan. So if he believes it and they pull up to their word, he will be part of their first team next season.
And obviously we were never going to do that.
We were never going to do that, exactly. So it's a brilliant move for him. I think it's a good move for us in terms of the money that we're getting in. So I think it's just one of those that just suits all parties.
Yeah, and obviously, as people in the comments mentioned, there's family and personal reasons as well. So that obviously plays a massive part into him wanting to relocate. And I think, it's a shame, but I think these things happen and we get some money, so it is what it is. Wish him all the best. But I just hope, as I said, like we've got other young players, so we've got a lot of high hopes for, and let's just hope we don't end up losing all of them. Yeah, absolutely. There was just a super chat quickly, just to move on because it's quite relevant, that is from a Gooner, but they say quite rightly that Arsenal have just signed 18-year-old Elijah Upson from Tottenham as well, so another good prospect leaving Spurs, crossing the North London divide to go to Arsenal. But this one hurts a little less. I know he's got a big reputation about him, but he's son of Matthew Upson, so maybe he was always going to make that. But better making it now than making it in 10 years' time, I'll tell you that. He's a Gooner at heart, so we don't need any of those. Exactly. We had enough of them, and maybe we still got too many of them. So that's that. Let's move on and talk about some potential exits, because it's nothing really groundbreaking, but Himothy is saying that Ashley Phillips, Kota Takai, Manuel Solomon and Dane Scarlett could all leave permanently this summer. It would be a shame to see Ashley Phillips go, but I always thought that might be the way it's going to go. But Kota Takai, what was the point of Kota Takai, man? We did numerous videos, didn't we, last summer when we were linked with him, and we ended up signing him, saying I don't see the point in this signing because we've got Phillips, we've got we had the time Vuskovic, we've got young centre backs already, right? Is he so we don't want him, like, if we're going to send him out on loan, we've got other ones we trust. He's not going to be in the first team, and obviously ended up being injured. He's gone out on loan, and he's pretty much been injured ever since we signed him. Even on loan he was injured. I've heard though I've read that when he did play for Gladbach, it wasn't exactly impressive, put it that way. So if we end up losing him permanently, it's just been a complete waste of time. We signed him for, 3 million or whatever it was? Yeah, it wasn't a lot of money, so I doubt maybe we'll get our money back. Maybe we'll get 5 million, maybe get a bit of profit, I don't know. But it's been a complete waste of time, hasn't it, Kota Takai? Yeah, massively. But in terms, he came injured. Yeah. And he's going to leave injured. Yeah, the whole thing was... I remember everyone's doing all these videos about, this is so good, he's this, he's that. And then the end comes here, does nothing. Classic. When it comes to all these other players, how much out of those 4 players, how much do you reckon we can get for them? I think Manor, below 5 million probably. Ashley Phillips. You should be able to get at least 5 for Manor, surely, no? Maybe. He can't have that much left in his contract, though. That's the thing. I mean, considering what he's done in his career, I know he's had injuries and stuff, but he's been good in quite a few seasons, and at Shakhtar, at Fulham, at Leeds, even at times at Fiorentina on his loan spell, he had some good moments. So surely you get at least 5 for him.
Maybe, but that's at the absolute max, I think.
You think so? I think we get more than 5.
I don't think so. Like off the back of his great loan spell at Leeds, we weren't able to get a decent.
Yes,
fee
we were
for him.
demanding over 20.
Yeah, but even still, I don't think like bids of over 10 million were coming in.
Okay, but if that we probably rejected a 10 million.
5 million.
I think we probably rejected bids of like 8 million or something for him.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think that's what they were saying at the time. But I think we can get somewhere between 5 and 8.
It depends what his contract says. Like when does his contract run out? He's got to be going into at least the last year of his contract now. And if he is, then it'll be even less. His contract runs out 2028, so 2 years.
Yeah, market value of 8 million. I think somewhere around that is fair.
Might be fair, but I just don't think we're going to get it.
I would say 5 at the least. I would say, not the most.
We'll see. I think
Anyway,
5
go on,
million at the
5.
most. I think Dane Scarlett will go for cheap.
Yeah, he will go for maybe 2. I don't know. He won't go for a
Shame with
lot.
Dane Scarlett because we all had such high hopes for him. He's gone to Scotland and not done much. And you would think like he needed to go to Scotland and rip it up. He really did. Kota Takai will go for less than we bought him for. And Ashley Phillips, he might be the one that commands the biggest fee.
You're thinking at least 10.
Ashley Phillips, he's excelled in every season. You know, he's been one of Stoke's best players in the last couple of seasons. I think Ashley Phillips, a Premier League team, could easily pick him up, in my opinion.
So maybe for those 4, 20 million maybe?
I think, max 20 million, maybe a bit less.
Or you could get more than 10 for Phillips.
Maybe. I think for Phillips, it will be like 10 million with a further like 3-4 million in add-ons, maybe, something like that.
And then 10 million for the other 3. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, it looks as though those 4 could all potentially be up for sale this summer. Another
anyone you would like to keep from there, like loan out instead of sell?
The only one that interests me is Ashley Phillips. Everyone else can go, but I mean Ashley Phillips as well. We're stocked at centre back, so there's no real pathway for him.
It's interesting now. Vuskovic is sold permanently though. Maybe if we loan him out, maybe he could come back and we could do whatever we had planned for Vuskovic for him. But I don't know if we have as high hopes for him as we do Vuskovic.
But you also remember we've got Junai Beifeld there as well.
True.
Who the club have real high hopes for. So yeah, look, I think if a decent bid comes in for Ashley Phillips, he'll go.
I think that seems to be the plan for anyone who's kind of out on the fringes.
Yeah, exactly. Another player who could be up for sale or is up for sale is Pape Matar. Paul O'Keefe saying that Tottenham are open to offers for Pape. However, Spurs journal said that Pape has generated the least amount of interest this summer, which is very interesting. I thought there would be some interest in Pape. Maybe there is, and it's just not as much as the others. But at this moment in time, there's no sort of talks of him leaving because there's not much interest.
Yeah, obviously there was rumours of Brentford earlier in the window, but that hasn't materialised. Yeah, you would have thought there'll be clubs maybe in France, maybe lower end of the Premier League, that would look at Pape and think, yeah, chuck 20 million, chuck 20 million at that, and that's probably a decent signing at 23, who's shown he can play he's okay in the Premier League and definitely had some good spells, but you know maybe just needs to play somewhere where he's playing more consistently than he has done over the past couple of years. I still think obviously there is a good player in Pape, but last season he badly stagnated. Season before was very up and down. I think his first season under Ange was pretty good, but ever since then it's been very poor.
The thing is, right, everyone goes on about that first season under Ange, and he was great up until the AFCON. And I think he's been off the boil since then, pretty much. He came back, was pretty poor from that point on till the end of the season. And ever since then, it's only been like a few games here, a few games there, where he's actually shown a really good level.
Yeah, so he's not had a great time of it of late, for sure. He's been a lot worse recently. So I think he probably needs a fresh start. I do think we probably could do with the money that he brings. But it's going to be interesting to see if we can't get any moves for him, do we maybe loan him out? Maybe if we loan him out, could drive up some interest. Maybe it raises his value a bit if he has a good loan spell.
His stock is fallen so low that he can't even get into the Senegal team anymore. That's the thing. Like, he was like a shining light for them when we, like, in his first year for Spurs. Well, even when he wasn't playing for Spurs, he was still getting in the Senegal team. Now he can't even get into the Senegal team, which is mad.
I mean, they have good players there.
They do have good players, but Pape was one of their good players.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, it's a shame. You know, there was one point we were saying maybe he could potentially be a £100 million midfielder one day, but that just never materialised for whatever reason. Maybe we just overrated him massively. Maybe he's not as good as we think he is. I still think there is potential there. I think maybe we thought there was more potential than there actually is. I think that is probably true. We probably did overrate him, but I do think he's definitely better than what he's showing at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's talk about Jed, a standout player in the World Cup for England. And Sam Tabital saying that Tottenham would ideally like to keep Spence, but limited minutes and growing interest in the versatile fullback could see him leave for the right price. Footy Insider saying that Everton could now rival Inter Milan to sign Jed Spence this summer. The 25-year-old has attracted interest after impressing for England at the World Cup and could leave Spurs. Everton could step up their pursuit in the coming weeks, while Inter Milan are considering a move. Yeah, it's interesting with Jed. I think everyone after watching him at the World Cup is being like, nah, keep him at Spurs. He's got to stay at Spurs. He's got to stay at Spurs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels like this move away could be driven more by Spence than the club.
That's another thing. That's also a part of it, isn't it? What Spence wants, which we haven't really talked about. He probably feels like he's starring at the World Cup at the moment. His stock has risen so high. He's probably getting a lot of. His agents probably saying, "Look, you need to be somewhere where you're starring. You need to be somewhere where your stock can rise even higher." Because even if he moves to like an Everton or whatever, and then he's playing every week, and if he's playing well, all of a sudden the Big Six might start looking at him. So I don't think they are right now. Maybe they might, but I don't think they're gonna all be swarming over him. But once he starts really balling out week in, week out in a Premier League team, and is like the best fullback at a Premier League team, then maybe the Big Six will start to look at him, because that World Cup has maybe opened a lot of people's eyes to how good he can be, and he's obviously been sensational. And obviously most Spurs fans now, a lot of Spurs fans in our comments, whenever we do a video about it, we get inundated with keep Spence, you can't let him go, you'd be crazy to let him go. Some people think he's our best fullback. I had a discussion with a Spurs fan the other day he was saying that why the hell would we let go of Spence when we have a doggy? Why wouldn't we sell a doggy and keep Spence? Doesn't that make more sense when a doggy's such a sick note? And you know what? I mean, he makes some good points, especially when you're watching what Spence can do in the World Cup. I mean, Spence, what I've seen in the World Cup, has probably done a lot better than what a doggy's done over the last year or so. So there is a case there. I still think when a doggy's at his best, I still think he probably offers more at left back than Spence. But the reality is we haven't seen the doggy at his best for a while, and he is constantly injured. So is it worth waiting or trying to see if we can get doggy to first stay fit and then be back to his best? Or should we just keep and invest in Spence and tell him, look, you're going to get more opportunity at left back and you're going to be our guy? It's a tough one, but I think at the moment De Zerbi wants probably left footers there and on the left, and we've got Porro, who's just probably one of the few fullbacks who was better than him at the World Cup. So chances are going to be limited for him.
Yeah, I agree. Like I've mentioned before, I don't think Spence is the exact profile De Zerbi's looking for. And on top of that, Spence is looking around saying, look, I'm second choice here. So he didn't get much minutes under De Zerbi in the last 7 games of the season. He's gone to the World Cup and smashed it out. His stock is at the highest it's ever been. So as much as I want to keep him, and I think it kind of has completed our set of fullbacks with Robertson and Loggy and Porro and Spence, if a good offer comes in, and I think Spurs will sell, because we've just got, especially on the right-hand side, a fullback that is that much better than Jed Spence. And we can all talk about his World Cup performances, but Porro's been the best right back at the tournament. So
part of me hopes we just don't get a good offer and he ends up staying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the best of both worlds. It's not like we're not willing to. So he can't be angry at us because we're willing to sell him, but we just didn't get the offers. And then so he has to fight for his place. I don't think he's a guy. I don't know, but I think he wouldn't sulk about it, because I still think he appreciates being at Tottenham. I don't think he's unhappy here. He just wants to maybe go somewhere where he's starting more regularly. And then maybe if he fights for his place, he could get the best out of him and Porro, and I think that could be a great situation. But right now, it makes sense for him to maybe want something new.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if he sticks around and he is, let's say, back up to Porro.
Porro never gets injured.
Yeah, Porro never gets injured. But if these injuries still keep plaguing him, then he will see significant minutes.
And you know what? He's here because we tried to sell him and we didn't get any offers.
Yeah.
That's why he's here, and then he's stepped up. So it'd be funny if that happens again.
And he's also had so many minutes in a Spurs shirt because the doggy's always injured.
Yeah. So look, I kind of don't mind whatever happens. If we get a good offer, then we end up selling him and we sign someone else, fine. That's fine. But if we don't end up getting the offers, he end up staying. I think that might be the best.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's talk about Lucas Bergvall once again. It's like the saga that never seems to be ending. David Ornstein said that there is a consensus within the industry that Tottenham are seeking offers in the region of a minimum of £60 million for Lucas Bergvall this summer. Luke Edwards from The Telegraph says Newcastle's move for the midfielder is not expected to progress for now. Newcastle have been offered the player but are not interested at Tottenham's current valuation. So they're not interested in spending 60 million. But these Newcastle journals are crap.
They always pump out the Newcastle narrative, which is fair enough. I don't blame them for it, but it's consistently wrong. Like every time. For the Tonali deal, the Isaac deal, they always pump out all this stuff like coming from the Newcastle side, but it's never fully the truth, and it's never exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it is usually about Newcastle selling players, where the news is horrifically wrong. I'm not sure what their track record is like as in potential buying players, but 60 million for Bergvall.
I mean, that's steep, isn't it? That is steep. I'd be shocked if anyone's going to pay 60.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at it, like Nottingham Forest have had a what? Well, no, it was Newcastle that had a 45 million bid rejected, or 43. What was
Newcastle 46?
Newcastle 46 and
Forest 38.
Forest 38. So they've just sold Elliot Anderson for however much, 116 or 115 million. Like 60 million is just a drop in the ocean for them, mate. Like they can afford it. Half the fee, still got half the money left over. So stump up Marinakis.
But it is crazy. You think about a year ago, we had potentially agreed a deal for Gibbs White for 65. Eze went to Palace for 65.
Yeah.
Cunha went to United for 62.
I think they were all release clauses though, weren't they?
No, Gibbs White was, and Cunha was, but who was the other one I mentioned?
Eze.
He was he? Oh, he was as well, actually, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And Mbeumo, was he?
And Mbeumo had one year left.
He was 65 as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, it's crazy when you think about those are the kind of players that are going for 65 last season. Now we're demanding 60 for Bergvall this season. It's crazy how the market's gone.
The market's nuts.
Yeah, the market is nuts. I think, from Tottenham's point of view, if you are looking at 50. Then you do ask for 60. That's how it goes, isn't it? They bid 46. You say no 60. We meet in the middle. That's probably how it's going to go. And I guess Luke Edwards, he's obviously the Newcastle spokesperson. He's probably putting out, oh, we're not progressing because the valuation's too high. So they're trying to put out the message, drop the valuation.
But they're not too far away from 50 million, though, Newcastle.
No. Obviously, we're going to try and get as much as possible, but... Maybe we're looking for more 55 than 50. I don't think we're going to be stubborn at 60. I think 50 plus 5 million add-ons, the deal gets done, surely.
Yeah, I agree. Even 50 without add-ons probably gets done. I think you want add-ons in a Bergvall deal, though, don't you?
Yeah,
because you know how good he's going to be. So, look, we'll see where it's going, but it still all seems to be heading towards a Bergvall exit. On Coutinho Romero, commiserations to Coutinho, lost the World Cup final yesterday.
Went off injured, didn't he?
Yeah, he did go off injured. Both their centre-backs went off injured. But Fabrizio Romano says Romero is still fully expected to leave Tottenham this summer. Inter Milan are understood to be interested, along with Barcelona too, providing they sell a defender. Alistair Gold saying, inside the club, Coutinho Romero is respected by all Tottenham players as a leader who sets the tone. However, there has been a growing belief or a growing feeling over recent years that his power within the club has swollen a little too much. Romero's performances throughout the World Cup will increase his chances of Tottenham getting the asking price they want for him this summer. I wonder what extent of the injury is. Is it going to hamper any sort of move, this injury? But
I think we've spoken about that power being swollen a few times, and I think that's when we talk about him making all those public statements and then not being punished for it, and also, him turning up late sometimes after talks from Frank and all these things where it seems like he has carte blanche because he signed that contract. He can kind of just do what he wants, and no one can say shit to him because we were so desperate to keep him at the time. So maybe a lot of that power, he started to kind of abuse it a bit. I mean, that's maybe what the Ali Gold is implying there when he says all that kind of stuff, and people have obviously said that before. But is that more of a club thing, or is that more of the player side? Are the players the ones annoyed by it, or is it more the club getting annoyed by his antics? There's suggestions we would even accept as low as 40 million, which is a bit crazy for Cuti Romero. But at the end of the day, if we're that desperate to get rid of him, as much as I appreciate him as a player, if we're that desperate to get rid, he's that desperate to go, then either you take 40 million or you have to send him out on loan. And what's the best scenario? So how much are you really losing? You're probably losing 20 million or something, which is significant. But if you just want rid of this and you just want it to end, then you're gonna have to probably compromise. I'll be shocked though if he does go for as low as 40. But
it'll be nuts if he goes for 40 and Bergvall goes for 50 or 60.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I mean, he's had such a good World Cup. He's again displaying how good he can be and what a good player he is. But yeah, if it's 40, I think that kind of puts Inter Milan back in the race. I think if it's any more than that, I don't think they're going to go for it. But yeah, 40 million that's probably something they might be able to do. I still think we haven't heard the last of Atletico though.
Yeah, maybe. But again, apparently there was suggestion. I think SZY was saying it that if it is between Atletico and Barca, he'll choose Barca. Apparently he's a Barca fan, which I never knew before. So yeah, I mean, Barca says in this report that they need to make a defender sale if they're going to buy one. I wonder who could go.
I know, obviously, the Kubarasi, and I know they have Haruho, he's still there, but I think he's always injured. They had, I think they just gave Christensen a new contract.
Oh,
so I think so. So I don't know if he's going to leave anytime soon. Who else they got at centre-back off the top of my head? They got another young one, don't they? And don't they have another one alongside Kubarasi? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they're going to sell if they're going to bring in Cuti.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see like who is in that Barcelona backline that could go. I'm surely. Let's see. Oh, they got that Gerard Martin, don't they? He's the young one you're talking about.
Yeah.
So Arujo actually played quite a bit towards the back end of the season, so maybe it's him.
Eric Garcia they still have.
Eric Garcia,
he could go.
He came on yesterday, yeah.
He could go.
So yeah, there's a couple. So I think in terms of who would get the most money from, probably is a Barcelona, isn't it?
Well, it might be Atletico if they get big money. If Barca aren't... Look, there is a world where Barca aren't bothered about selling any of their defenders. They go big on Alvarez or big on someone else. And they don't want to spend what we want for centre-back. And maybe Atletico get a bit of a windfall and they're willing to put 50 or 60 on Romero. So maybe that's the case. If Barca don't go for Alvarez and maybe sign other players for... they just won Adiaby, didn't they? And maybe they're going for cheaper players. And maybe they look at Romero and go, yeah, maybe he's worth 50.
Mad, isn't it? Because they've just bought two left wingers. Adiaby and Gordon. They spent over 100 million. So yeah, look, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot about Cuti Romero now the World Cup's over. So watch this space. In terms of Mickey van de Ven, apparently Spurs are going to be streamlining his new contract now. And it's expected that he could,
streamlining?
Yeah, going to make it their top priority.
Oh.
And Spurs are increasingly confident that he is going to sign now. So we need to get him signed.
Yeah, we keep hearing that like most weeks, don't we? He's gonna sign. We're gonna offer. He's gonna be our highest paid player. All this kind of stuff. So.
It went quiet for a while because we heard it a lot after the season when he was like saying he's gonna stay, but we actually haven't heard of any contract talks since then. So now hopefully the contract's going to be signed.
I think it's within Mickey's interest to sign because you get to pay bump. And if it doesn't work out again, he can still push to leave next season. I know it'd be easier if he ran down his contract, but you might as well take the pay bump, and then if anything does happen and, you know, things go awry like they threatened to last season, well, they did last season, but obviously De Zerbi came in and saved it. If he's still not happy, my point being after a year, he can still probably push to leave and will probably take the money.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully this contract gets sorted sooner rather than later. In terms of some potential incomings, let's talk about Junior Krupi once again. There are a lot of PSG publications or PSG journalists talking about Krupi in the last 24 hours. One called Malik Traore says that PSG are walking away from the Yan Diomande transfer due to complications surrounding his image rights. PSG are now set to pursue Eli Junior Krupi as an alternative. Abdel Hamed says that PSG would be open to join the race for Krupi if Bournemouth lower their €100 million valuation to 80 to 85 million euros. The Frenchman's profile appeals more to Luis Enrique than the likes of Yan Diomande, and team talk saying that Tottenham remain determined to test Bournemouth's resolve on Eli Junior Krupi. I mean, if that is the price, it's €100 million and not £100 million. That makes it, 85 million pounds. That's a little bit more palatable.
And I think we should do it. I think, we've said many times, he's a quality player with unbelievable ability in front of goal, and someone I think would absolutely cook under De Zerbi. I think he could score bags of goals at Spurs, but obviously only doing it for 1 year, it's also a massive risk. But PSG, obviously, there are also talks with them and Akilush, I've read. And is the Andy Diomande, is that thing actually dead, or is there just hiccups? We have to wait and see. So I really hope they don't enter the race, because I think if they enter the race and they're willing to put that money down that they were going to put on Diomande, and he's going to be cheaper than Diomande, because Diomande would have been 120, and he's going to be potentially 100 million euros. So maybe they could justify it in a sense that he's a lot cheaper, and he's Premier League, proven in a higher league than Diomande as well. So in some ways, Krupi could be less of a risk than Diomande. You could argue, and to make it cheaper, you have to worry that they might, if they don't sign Diomande, they turn in that direction if that's what they want. Yeah. So for us, I think what we should do is just put the money down now.
Say less of a risk monetary wise, yeah, but I mean Diomande is more proven now.
Is he?
Well, the season that he's just had, it's just been phenomenal.
He's had a good season, but they both had good seasons.
Yeah, but I think the levels of the two seasons, like Diomande was literally like one of, if not the best left winger in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, but we're playing Premier League.
Yeah, it's true. And don't get me wrong, Krupi's had a fantastic season.
Premier League's much harder.
It is, yeah, of course it is. But what he's done in the Bundesliga has been special.
Yeah, but Krupi, in his own way, it's been special. Because you actually look at, I was looking at this the other day, a list of players of Krupi's age who have scored as many goals as him. And it's literally only like top players, like Owen, Anelka, Robbie Fowler, all like top strikers. So Rooney, I think maybe as well. So that goes to show how hard it is to do what Krupi did last
100%.
season.
100%. I'm not knocking what Krupi did. I just feel like what
is he? My point is it 40 million more proven?
Probably not. Probably not.
So that's my point.
Guess if Krupi was from Ivory Coast, he would have been starting at the World Cup as well, I guess. But obviously Diomande was able to show it on the world stage.
Yeah, true. He had a great World Cup, and Krupi only really does it, plays for under 21 still of France, because you just look at the France attacking line of how you ever been meant to get into that at his age. Right now it's tough.
What were his numbers last season?
Krupi?
No, Diomande.
I think
they
he was
monstrous, weren't they?
Assists, yes. Goals, maybe 10. What was it? 10 goals, 15 assists or something.
12 goals, 8 assists.
Okay.
Actually, he got the same amount of goals as Krupi.
Krupi got one more.
One more. So, all right, Krupi, less of a risk. I agree now.
Yeah, I think they're similar risk, you could argue. Like similar. I think what I would say about Diomande, maybe where you could say he's a lesser risk, is just because physically, like,
but also
he's so much quicker.
Though.
They are different positions. They're not. Krupi's not a winger. Diomande is a pure winger.
Yeah.
So it's different. Yeah, but maybe he wants Krupi to play that inside left channel like Kavisha maybe, or something, inside forward like maybe Dembele can do. But Dembele plays up front centrally.
The reality is, if PSG become a serious player in Kroenke, that's it for us.
Yeah, we're not going. Yeah, we won't get him because he wants to go there as well, being French and everything. But again, Kroenke, if he looks to the PSG front three, how the hell is he going to get in there?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a big question mark.
And if they sign Akilush as well on top of that.
Who do they play behind the striker?
They don't. They play 4-3-3.
Right. So
they play Neves, Ruiz, and Vitinha in the three.
Yeah. I don't know, unless he goes for a formation change and drops Ruiz and puts
the whole way it works is having that
there,
three.
But I just can't see it.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't know. Unless there's a big sale happening in PSG over the next couple of years.
Yeah, maybe he thinks Dembele's getting nearly 30. Is it time to start to think about his replacement potentially? Obviously, Doué's younger than Kroenke, isn't he? So he ain't going anywhere. Kavisha is still in his 20s. He's fine. Yeah, I don't know.
Are these guys going to stay there for like the rest of their careers, or at least for like the next 2, 3, 4 years?
Probably, unless they start to lose their talent. Or lose their, start to...
Do they not think like they want to leave the French league at some point and go to like a Real Madrid or like a Real, like a better league, basically?
I do.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think Dembele is the obvious one because he's 29. So you might think in 2-3 years' time, is he actually going to be as good as he is now? So maybe at that point you think, yeah, Kroenke's got... But right now, if you're Kroenke, I don't think it's the right move for him, PSG, personally. I know he would want to go there, but I just don't think it's the right move for him to go there now. I think Tottenham would be the right move.
Yeah.
I know I'm biased, but I just think I'm trying to be objective about it.
Tottenham is most definitely the right move.
But it is, objectively. I'm just trying to be objective about it. Like, PSG, there's no way he's going to go there and play as much
but even
minutes
at
and
Tottenham,
develop.
there's a few question marks there in terms of what position he's going to play.
What position, yes, but will he play? That's
no, he'll
our
definitely
question.
play,
That's
but
my
what
point.
position is he going to play?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question, but he will play. And he will play in an attacking team. Yeah, I don't know. I think Tottenham's a better move for him right now than PSG. Going to PSG after 1 year, I think that's too early for him.
There's just been an update on Lucas Bergvall from Himothy, and he says that Tottenham have rejected a second bid from Nottingham Forest for Lucas Bergvall. Expectation is another bid will be sent and should reach an agreeable figure. All parties expect the deal to be done. Bergvall has already spoken to Glasner.
Oh, but that's big. Already spoken to Glasner. So what? Is he saying?
So the last bid was for 38. I reckon this one was probably matching Newcastle's bid. Well, I don't know why. It's probably got to be more than Newcastle's bid if we rejected Newcastle's bid.
Maybe similar. I don't know.
Maybe 45. Maybe
Newcastle's 46 apparently.
46. So maybe like 48. Maybe they'll settle on 50.
But is he saying? So is he saying Newcastle out of the running at the moment?
He hasn't mentioned Newcastle. He's just saying that
bidding
he
war would be great.
expects. Yeah, he expects a deal to be done with Forest. That's what he's saying.
Okay, interesting. Unless Newcastle swoop in.
Yeah.
If you're Bergvall, where would you go? And you got two options on the table.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because Newcastle are obviously the bigger club. Objectively, or on the face of things, you want to join Newcastle. But I think there's a really exciting project at Forest now with Glasner there. So,
but if you go to Forest, you might never be able to leave.
Yeah. I think potentially Forest. I think like Newcastle seemed like a team on the way down. Forest could be a team on the way up right now.
Interesting. Yeah, you might be right about that. But what's better if it's better development, playing under Glasner or playing under Howe?
Howe could even be gone in the next few months.
Yeah, it's also true. It's also true. So yeah, you probably think Glasner as well just had Anderson and not Anderson. He had Wharton and how he developed him, and he seems to do well with his central midfielders. To be fair, yeah. So maybe Forest might be the better shout for his development.
Yeah. All right, so that's the Bergvall news. Apparently a second bid rejected from Nottingham Forest. Let's talk about Yan Diomande now. And so Romano says that PSG have agreed terms with Yan Diomande since June, but other clubs keep calling to try and enter the deal. There's no agreement between PSG and Leipzig yet. Talks continue. It's up to PSG now. SZY has said Spurs are one of the clubs that have called Leipzig for Yan Diomande in recent days.
Any chances? Anything? What are we saying? What are we saying here? We got some money to splash. 120, you say? It's child's play. We can do 120. We can do 120, no problem.
Exactly. We shit 120 million every morning.
Yeah, I mean, the Diomande would be. I mean, but if he would be willing to come to Tottenham, why would he not be willing to go to Liverpool?
I think he was willing to go to Liverpool. I think Leipzig rejected the bid.
No, I understand that, but then they said, "Oh, he doesn't want to go to Liverpool. He only wants to go PSG."
Yeah, I think maybe once PSG came in,
That's what I'm
PSG
saying.
was his choice. But I don't think Liverpool or PSG are able to come to an agreement with Leipzig.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like if Spurs
He'll go to Liverpool for sure.
If those teams can't match the fee, then it must be more than 120. So how much is it going to be?
God knows how much it's going to be. It's a crazy figure that they're banding about for Yan Diomande. I don't know if it's worth it. Worth going through all this for Yan Diomande. I know he's had a great season and he looked good at the World Cup, but it could be close to like 130, 140 million, which is just nuts.
Yeah, that for a player with one good season and a good. And look, he does look incredible, doesn't he? He does. When you watch him play, he glides past players. He's physically strong, yet he's lightning quick, and he does seem to have, not the best decision making, but he does have some final product as well. At the end of it, he's not just a flash in the pan. He seems to actually be quite effective. Obviously, he needs to better it, but he seems to be fairly effective as well. So he does have all the ingredients. You can't deny that. But when the figures that are being banded about are absolutely nuts.
The problem where it comes down to is probably what Malik Traore was talking about, saying the complications surrounding his image rights. That's probably where...
Been there before.
Yeah, who was
Dybala.
Yeah, Dybala. So it's just like, how much you have to pay for these bloody image rights?
Yeah, I wonder how much extra is... Tanzolik says Leipzig valuation of Diomande is between 110 and 93.5 million euros.
But then you've got to factor in the image rights stuff on top of that.
Yeah, I thought Liverpool had 116 million bid rejected, I thought.
Was it 116?
I thought so, 110 maybe. That's what I thought it was. They had a very high bid rejected.
116. Yeah. That's what the rumours were, 116 million euros.
Yeah. I just don't see a world where Tottenham are able to outbid PSG and Liverpool in this. But then again, look what's happened this window. Do you think if they say 130 million, and then PSG and Liverpool say it's too much, we walk away, and Leipzig go to us, say if you put 130, and Diomande says yeah, I'll come, we do it?
I think we would. I actually think we're crazy enough to do it.
That'd be mad.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll be
money talks.
if we sign Yan Diomande.
At the end of the day, he's 19. Maybe he sees Tottenham as a stepping stone to a bigger club.
But I don't know if I can see De Zerbi sanctioning that big of a sale or that big of a purchase for a 19-year-old. That's where I think it could fall down.
Maybe you'd rather just spend the 65 on Savinho. Well, obviously you want both, but... would Tottenham actually do it? I guess if De Zerbi says yes, they probably would.
I think Tottenham would do it. I'm just not sure if De Zerbi would be like, yeah, go break your transfer record on a 19-year-old. As much as he's got amazing talent.
I guess another question is, would Diomande come to Spurs? I guess that's another question.
Yeah. It depends. If Leipzig can't agree a fee with a Liverpool or a PSG, then he might not have a choice. It's either stay at Leipzig or come to Spurs.
So, yeah, exactly. And maybe he could feel, he's only 19, second good season at Leipzig, that maybe convinces the bigger clubs more. Or does he go, you know what, Tottenham are here and now, I want to move immediately. But he's only been there 1 year, so he might not feel that way. But maybe he does.
I feel like Liverpool got proper sold on that first game of the World Cup. Like he smashed it, and then Liverpool just like, get me that player now.
Put the bid in, press the button, send it in. I would usually end this segment saying, yeah, he ain't coming to Tottenham. But you know what? You can't rule anything out right now with Tottenham, with how we're spending. So you never truly know, but I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I am starting to worry slightly about the forward line.
I've had a couple of weeks out of signing. What's going on? Was it 2 weeks? When was the last time we signed a player?
It's not even, it's not even about that. It's just about, like, we're not really linked with anyone new. Like, it's just, we're linked with Krupi, we're linked with Savinho. There's no kind of number 9 links or anything like that. Is Krupi actually going to come? I'm not sure if it's looking likely. So at the moment, you're looking at Savinho. We need 3 players in. Who are these players going to be?
There'll probably be names coming out. There's a long time left. There'll be names we haven't heard of yet. I don't know. I can't really say. I wouldn't have said Tonali would have been the name, and then he just came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden here he is. Yeah. So, yeah, it's tough to say who it's going to be, but I think there's going to be names that we linked with. I'm sure of that.
It's mad, and when you think about it as well, like, we've nearly brought in 100 million of sales already.
Yeah.
100? That's crazy. We haven't even sold anyone.
I know. It's mad, isn't it? Fringe players who don't play. We've got 100 million for it.
Mad.
Osimhen, someone says. Maybe his name hasn't...
Bring me Osimhen now. And let's finish off talking about Savinho.
The never-ending story.
Yeah, this one literally is the never-ending story. SNY says there is still no full agreement with Man City for Savinho, but the expectation is that it still gets done. And Savinho has already told his teammates that he's leaving to join Spurs.
That's the next step. When's he going to tell the club that he's leaving? Wait, so what was the first bit you said?
No agreement yet.
No agreement yet. God. So how can Savinho say he's tell his teammates he's leaving? There's no agreement between the clubs. That's ridiculous. Surely only after there's an agreement you can finally say, because he might end up staying if we never find an agreement.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Both those things can't be true, are they? Or maybe he's that confident there will be an agreement. He's already started saying it.
Maybe that they have agreed on a price, but they haven't agreed on kind of how that's all split up in terms of add-ons and this and that. Because I think that's what the case was for Tonali for a while. So that could be the case.
Here we go today. When's the Here We Go coming? What's your Here We Go census saying? Today.
My Here We Go census says 3 weeks ago. That's what it says.
They're off. They're off at the moment. Yeah. Here We Go census.
Don't think they've ever been on.
I think I've got a theory that Romano's delaying the deal so you can just get a bunch of more tweets out, get some more money out of this deal, squeeze it for all the juice he can before the Here We Go comes.
Yeah. He'll be in before MK Dons. He'll start that.
Yeah, we'll get him on Wednesday. I'd love that. Let's see. I think everyone's confident this one's going to get done. It'll get done eventually, but it just seems to be taking absolute age for whatever reason. I mean,
yeah, it's true. By the way, what someone says, that was also reported that Man City are waiting to put the green light on it until they find a replacement.
There are the talks of Mbai Niang. No, Mbai Niang? Yeah, that name? For the Senegal winger. He scored against France at the World Cup.
PSG player.
Yeah, he scored against France at the World Cup. So there's talks of Man City maybe being interested for him. So yeah, could be. I mean, SZY I think denied it. He said that they're not looking for a replacement. Or was it Spurs Journo? One of the two. They said they're not looking for a replacement. It's not true. But Romano said he is. So pick your fighter, who you believe. But let's see. I think we're all excited to see Savinho in a Tottenham shirt and get him running at defenders and getting bums off seats. That would be exciting. But just have to wait a little bit longer, it seems.
Come on, let's just get him through the door so we can move on and get to the next player, man. I'm already excited who's going to be the next player after Savinho. Savinho's already boring now. So let's just get him over the line so we can focus on
You're bored of him.
Next.
He hasn't even put in the shirt yet. You're already bored of him.
I'm bored of the saga.
Is this our longest ever saga? It's been a year. It's been over a year now.
Has it been how long? I'm sure we've had longer. We must have had longer.
I don't know. We've had ones over like a whole summer. We had ones over a whole span of a year.
I mean, Dybala was linked with us for like 5 years.
Yeah, true. But he never signed, did he? Yeah, I get.
Anyway, Who
Well,
knows?
we'll put in the comments, what is our longest ever saga you can think of? What are the longest sagas you can think of? I guess Conor Gallagher, actually, that was a hell of a saga. We were linked all for 3 years before we ended up getting him.
Yeah,
Conor,
every single transfer window.
Damiao, Brian Daigle says Damiao. Yeah, that was that was a few years as well. Anyone else in the chat? Long sagas?
We've had too many of them. Every single transfer we've done over the last 15 years has been long sagas.
Gareth Bale's return to Spurs. That was also every year. Gary's returning. He's returning.
Harry Kane's
returning. Harry Kane.
Kane has been rumoured to come back ever since he's left.
Savinho's getting up there though. Dybala, Eze, Ndombele. I don't remember that being a long one. Was it? I think that was just quick. I remember. That's all right. Because we signed him right at the beginning of the window, didn't we? Moutinho, that was that saga.
Moutinho.
Oh my god, that's
the fax machine broke. God, there's a lot of them.
It's Conte. That was a few months.
There's been another super chat here, again from the Gooner, saying, what do you think of Chelsea hijacking Arsenal for Morgan Rogers? And do you think it'll be a good move for him? I think it will be a good move for him.
Go and check out On The Ball, and you'll find our thoughts on everything surrounding the Morgan Rogers signing there. We've just uploaded a video on it. I don't know if it's live yet, but it's not live yet, but it'll be live very shortly. So go check out On The Ball.
Yeah,
and
we've
go
just
see
done
all our thoughts.
What is live there, although we've just done it
live now.
Wait a little bit. Need to build up some interest. You guys are desperate for it. I know. I can tell.
Clucking.
Clucking. Exactly. Finally, you used the word. But no, we've just done a video on there reacting to our World Cup predictions as well. Like I mentioned last week, we're going to be doing a lot of content on The Ball this year. So go head over there and hit that subscribe button. Not just Tottenham content. If you're interested in our thoughts surrounding all football outside of Tottenham, go and subscribe to On The Ball. There's 2,600 people here in the live chat.
Oh, if you were being really nice, we only need 200. What was it? 230 on The Ball to hit 10k.
Is that right? Yeah.
I think so. Right.
Don't know.
We're on 9,700 and something.
Let's have a look. Yeah, 9,780.
So 220 of you need to go. If 220 out of 2,600 people, just 220 of you need to go over to On The Ball and subscribe, and we can hit 10k. That would be amazing if you're all feeling generous. And also, you're going to get a Morgan Rogers video on there very soon, and we're going to be doing daily content on there about all the stuff going on around the footballing world, and mainly the Premier League as well. So go on to On The Ball. Can we put it in the chat? The link, is it in the chat? Let's put it in. And we'll put a link there. You go over and press subscribe, and let's just 260 of you go over, and we can hit 10k today. That'll be brilliant. That'll be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I've just put the link in the live chat.
There you go. It's in the live chat. So go check it out. Subscribe to On The Ball, and we're going to bring you more and more content. Also, we're still going to have the Prem predictions, all that kind of stuff.
Predict the Prem is coming back. I'm coming for home. 4 times, man. 4 times.
Redemption this year. Redemption. It's winner takes all this season. So, yeah, big up to everyone who's saying they're subbing. Big up to all of you. Just 220 out of 2,600. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I've just had a thought, actually. With you guys and Predict the Prem, you know the rules so far are, 5 points for a completely correct scoreline.
1 for a correct result.
1 point for correct result, and a star man, which is 5 points for a goal, 3 points for an assist.
2 points for an assist.
2 points for an assist. Should we make any changes to that, or do you like that as it is right now in terms of the rules and the point system for next season? Because I think
maybe lessen the gap between correct score and correct result.
3 points and 1 point, like football.
Yeah, you could do 3 points and 1 point. Yeah, I like that. Something like that. I think goals you could do same. Got 3 points for a goal, 1 point for an assist. Don't mind that as well. So maybe, it could change it in that way. I think that's probably might be better.
Someone says give Sim a handicap.
Give me a handicap. I lost it on the last day last year, right? Calm down. Use a star man more than once. No, I like the fact you can't. I like that. It makes us get creative. It's good. Yeah. Maybe you could I don't know, we could introduce 1 week your star man counts double or something. I don't know. Chips.
Add chips.
Could add chips. 1 week, or you could add something like each game week you put a star next to what result you think's the most likely. If you get a result, it gets double. Something like that.
And if you get it wrong, you get minus.
No, just get it wrong. You could do that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, get it wrong, get minus. Yeah. Should we just start our own FPL? We'll create a unique one. Each assist for each player. We'll do each game week. We'll do a team. Most important game of the season, double points. We need better play. We need, what's this? No, it's people talking about Spurs again. Well, we've just got 30 subscribers already. There you go.
Keep subscribing, people.
800, so 9825 now, so we just need 180. 180 of you to hit 10k. That would be amazing, guys. If just 180 people watching the stream right now can go and subscribe to On The Ball. That would be really, really great, guys, if you could.
Luke McMurray says, I bought a super chat, but I never saw it in the chat. No, we never see it come through.
I didn't see a super chat from you, mate. No,
Got
not
here
this one. Are you talking about this stream, or are you talking about a different stream?
June Rockinia says, hi. He says Sam and Ben. I'm sure he means Sim. I'll be going to see Yang play at New Zealand. What is that? The Korea... they're playing a tournament now, aren't they?
Or he's talking about Spurs playing in New Zealand now.
Oh, yeah, probably.
But I don't know if Yang's already playing. It's good. When do we? I wonder when do we get the tour squad? Or Thursday, Wednesday maybe? No, because the game's on Sunday. Sunday morning.
So
surely Thursday.
The tour squad will be announced the day after MK Dons, I reckon. Yeah. Thursday, Friday. Yeah.
We'll do that. Tour squad predictions.
And we're back here again, people. Pre-season.
Who's going to be up 4:30 a.m. Sunday morning watching our watch along for the pre-season?
Well,
4 p.m. Wednesday. I'm actually buzzing for 4 p.m. Wednesday. I know it's a friendly, but I want to see De Zerbi ball. If I know De Zerbi ain't going to let the players not, take it easy.
Definitely not. So I think tomorrow night the under-21s are playing at Boreham Wood.
They lost to Ebbsfleet
2
days ago.
Yeah.
Scarlett played.
I saw it was quite a decent team that they put out. So, yeah, tomorrow night's at Boreham Wood. It's a shame. We can't go. We've got a paddle game booked in.
Yeah, paddle. At the
Gone to
Hive.
that. No, not the Hive, at Boreham Wood.
I was saying we got paddle at the Hive.
At the Hive, yeah. Shame we don't have paddle at Boreham Wood.
Yeah. Just went up another 15 subscribers. Amazing. Nearly 150 to go. I'll subscribe and I'm a gooner, says Carl. Look, on the ball we accept all comers. And on WeAreTottenhamTV.
Debatable.
Sub to On The Ball. Big up. Come on. Let's just 150 of you.
Oh, it's 5 o'clock now, they're saying. MK
5 o'clock on Wednesday.
Changed, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. Is it, I guess? I don't know.
Don't think it makes a difference.
No.
Going to be covering it regardless.
2,367. Just 150 of you have to subscribe to On The Ball for us to hit 10k right now.
Yeah, that 4 a.m. kickoff for the Auckland game on Sunday morning, Saturday night is going to be stress. Who's going to be joining us for a 4 a.m. watch along?
Just 7% of people watching right now need to subscribe.
7%.
7% of you subscribe to On The Ball right now. We've hit 10k. That's less than 1 in 10. Come on, people.
Danny Kiriakou said, say it right, it's padel.
Padel, sorry, padel.
Like how it's spelt, you donuts. It's not paddle, padel, not hard.
Deluded.
It's paddle, Danny. It's paddle.
We're playing paddle.
We're not playing padel.
Danny, try win a game first before pronouncing it, mate.
Exactly.
All right, we've gone up to 9845. 9850. Come on, 150 of you. 150.
2,300 of you here. Only 150 of you. Be nice if 2,000 of you did.
That'd be great. All 2,000 of you. Anyone who's not subscribed, I'm looking at you. I know you haven't because there's 2,000 people here.
Eugene saying, I'll be attending the game. 3:30 p.m. kickoff in New Zealand. Well, nice for you, mate. It's 4 a.m. for us. Have a great time at the game, mate.
Is the MK Dons game broadcast? I think Spurs play maybe, but we'll be watching it here.
Yeah, it's on Spurs Play.
Oh, all the games on Spurs Play.
Yeah, all of them, yeah.
That's what you pay for, really, is these behind closed doors friendlies.
SB says double exact score points for derby matches. That's what you do every derby match, double score. We're here yet? Come on, we can't leave until we do.
We're not leaving. Just went up another 20. 1,870.
Ellie Friedman says, can I come and watch it? I don't want Spurs play. You can watch us. That's what you could do. We'll be doing what? Play-by-play commentary, guys.
We will. Come on, people. Get subscribing. Everyone subscribe. 9875. You're going up. It's going up quickly. We've already gone up 100, have we? It was 9780. So we've just gone up. We've gone up 100 in the last 10 minutes.
You guys are unmatched, man.
Marathon stream done. Big up to you, Adam. Appreciate you.
Scarlett could go on loan with an option to buy to a Dutch club.
Who said that?
Someone in the comments. Any bombers coming our way? Team Talker saying Barcelona have given up on João Pedro and Krupi and discussing Darwin Núñez and Vlahovic as alternatives.
There you go. Newcastle remain firm on their 80 to 85 million valuation for Bruno. Yeah, that's what we predicted.
We've got another super chat here from Jake McMurray saying, lads, I'm from the USA and tune into streams every day. I'm coming back to the stadium for a second time in October with my wife for Coventry. Any suggestions on how to get Chelsea away tickets for next week? Away section preferred.
What,
do you mean the pre-season friendly?
What, in Australia? Is it Australia or New Zealand?
Australia. I'll get in contact with Australia Spurs.
Yeah, good shout.
Get in contact with the supporters club in Australia. Maybe they'll be able to help you out. But big up. Thanks for the super chat.
120 people. 120 people need to subscribe for us to hit 10k. That'd be nice of it. Nice of you. 2,200 people in the chat. Just 120 of you need to subscribe.
Yeah, Timothy's saying we want 55 to 60 for Bergvall from Forest.
So maybe they did bid 50, I wonder.
I mean, I'd be shocked if they're rejecting 50 million for Bergvall. It's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, he means the Chelsea game after the Coventry game in London. Yeah, well...
That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. You need a season ticket with a lot of points. This super chat saying, I'm genuinely itching for another bomber. Why are we waiting? Just go get the players. Dutch guy says, Sim, would you be happy if we signed Brian Brobby after the Savinho deal?
Would I be happy? I wouldn't be overjoyed, but yeah, I guess I'd be happy. But like, any new signing gives you excitement, doesn't it? But I don't think he's one I think's worth signing like right now. I would say, I don't think he's much better than Solanke. I really don't. So I'd rather keep Solanke and go for someone else and sign Robbie. But if we're selling Richarlison and Solanke and we get Robbie in another one, I wouldn't mind that.
Super chat here from Powery saying, just go on. Would you take Barcola over Krupi? I mean, Barcola, they're saying they want 130 million euros crazy, for or something. But if no one's willing to pay the money, we should.
We should be hijacking all these deals that no one's willing to pay. We just put it down. Just go, yeah, we'll have that. Bit of that.
And another one here from Nigel Gates.
Let's go for Alvarez.
Yeah, we should.
50 million.
Offer Sarr to West Ham on loan and Scarlett on loan to a Dutch club. Why on loan? Why not just sell them? I mean, surely Sarr's not going down to the Championship.
Nah, come on. 113 people need to subscribe to the channel. Come on. Link is in the chat. Well, it was in the chat. It's pinned. It's the pinned comment. Maybe Sarr would go to West Ham, though. West Ham maybe is a different case.
I think a Premier League team will pick him up.
Yeah, you'd like to think
You'd think so, anyway.
I wouldn't be surprised maybe if he goes to France. Something like that. Goes abroad.
Bundesliga. Like Marseille or...
Yeah, something like that. Lille, I don't know. Some one of these teams. Nice. Any team outside of PSG, essentially.
Do you think we've been spoiled in midfield and are going to fall short in the front come the rest of the transfer window? Please, no. I hope not, but it is a slight worry of mine, a slight concern.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Knowing Tottenham, that's one way to ruin our window.
It's definitely possible. Like, are we going to get a Tonali-style signing in the forward line?
Oh, well, that's what we all want, isn't it?
Because Krupi is not exactly a Tonali-style signing in the forward line.
Krupi, well, who would be in the Premier League?
In the Premier League? I don't know if there is one.
Someone who's like top 10 in their position in the forward line.
Well, Krupi probably is top 10. But he just doesn't have the experience of a Tonali. Trying to think. I don't know. No one that's attainable, probably.
Yeah, outside the top 6. What about, well, I guess you would have said a Rodgers.
Yeah, for sure, Rodgers. But I can't. All the other ones have been snapped up already, like Semenyo, Mbuemo, Cunha. Like, it's all that kind of ballpark of player. Michael Hellman says, we need players in before the pre-season tour. Yeah. Maybe here, someone says, well, he's trying to troll us, but it could be a Gakpo. Is Gakpo a Tonali-style signing?
I don't know. Probably not. It's tough to say, isn't it? Would I put Gakpo in the top? I guess wingers it's harder to compare a left winger like top 10 compared to midfielders. There's so many more midfielders than there are wingers.
That's the thing, yeah. The winger market ain't great.
No.
What the hell is this abomination of a super chat I've just seen? Oh, what is this abomination?
What was it said? Coys.
It says, come on you Gooners, come on you Spurs.
Oh my.
What is that abomination of a super chat?
Football in 2026. What is going on?
Thank you for the super chat, but you've had a mare, mate.
I thought the
Never put
halftime.
any of the... No.
I thought the halftime show was a lot worse thing I've seen.
No, this is much worse than the halftime show. What is that?
Krupi has been reclassified as a midfielder.
Oh, that's
On
good for
FPL.
FPL.
I just saw a report. Where was it that Arsenal might be going for Nico Williams?
Yeah, I saw that.
The winger.
I don't know. Like, he's completely gone off the boil since the Euros.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, spending the amount of money you were talking about before. But then again, everyone was saying 70 million back then. 70 million from now, it doesn't seem crazy.
Another super chat here saying, thanks for the info. Hopefully I see you guys at the Lane in October. That'd be awesome. My first game was 4-1 win versus Newcastle, and it was an amazing night. Yeah, that 4-1 win was great. I'm sure if you make your way down to the goal line bar, you'll see one of me or Sim pre-kickoff. I'm pretty sure of it.
Dave says if they go for Nico Williams, I'm sure it will get hijacked.
Don't know, the interest of him has gone down.
Ellie Freeman says, in a full ranking of every single BBC and ITV pundit for the World Cup, Ange was ranked 3rd, whilst Thomas Frank was ranked 14th.
He's a great pundit, Ange.
He's a great pundit.
I think he's the best pundit, genuinely. Like, there's no pundit that's better than Ange.
Yeah, so good to listen to.
Thomas Frank just triggers me.
Yeah. He was genuinely a boring pundit that I didn't like listening to.
It's just like you're listening to him and it just takes you back to his press conferences and you're just like, oh no. Like, it was proper triggering listening to Frank at the World Cup. I had to turn it off every
There was
time.
one point he was analysing the throws. I'm like, oh God. Oh, my, what is going on here? Come on, 110 of you. 110. Anyone else? Because still 2,000 in the chat. 110 out of 2,000 subscribing to On The Ball. It's pinned. Come on, everyone. Who hasn't subscribed? Just 110 people so we can hit 10k.
Or a bomber. I'll take a bomber right now. Another super chat from the Gooner saying 3. See, I prefer that super chat than the one before. That's what I want. A bit of animosity. We don't like you. You don't like us. Simples. That is what the rivalry should be about. None of this, come on you Arsenal, come on you Spurs in the same tweet. This is rubbish. ugly Fisherden, or whatever his name is, says, that's the spirit, Gooner. Now shut up. Lady Webb says, guys, you need to explaining what's happening on the ball for those who joined late. So what's happening on the ball is that we talk about the general footballing world outside of Tottenham, Premier League, all the big stories. And if you ever followed our Predict the Prem series, that's on there as well. So there's a lot happening on there.
And what kicked off was someone asked what our opinions on Rodgers to going to Chelsea, and we're just about to upload a video there on the ball.
I'll release it when it hits 10k.
Yeah, when it hits
we'll
10K.
hit 10k, we'll release the Rodgers files.
Tommy Castillo with the super chat says, part of the problem that's going unnoticed is when we buy young players like Archie, like Lucas, like Odebear, that are taking up places that the academy players can have. Well, it depends. Because if they're better, then it's fine. If they're not better, then yeah, it's taking up spots.
Yeah, true.
Another super chat saying, we're winning the league, guys. Come on, you Spurs. Teams are scared. You know what? It's so crazy. It might just happen.
That's what Zerbi's going to go for. Tell you.
Yeah. That's what Ange went for.
90. Just need 90 of you.
Come on, guys. 90 people.
90 people when we release the Rodgers video. Come on. Go over and subscribe.
Charlie Vell says in all caps, where are the bombers?
Release the bombers.
All right. I have to leave there because I actually need to go now. Can't wait.
85 people.
85 people. I can't wait for you 85 people. Got people relying on me that need picking up from nursery.
Look what you've done. Chat.
Keep subscribing though.
Yes, that Rodgers video is never getting released.
Never getting released.
Unseen footage. Ben has a paddle game. Someone says in the chat.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
100 colours game.
Tomorrow? Is that like, what, 9 o'clock, is it?
8:30.
8:30. If any of you are at the Hive around 8:30 tomorrow night, see you there. All right, cool.
All right, people.
Nice one, guys. Remember, OK Jersey, 10% off with your code SPURS. If you want some lovely garments like that, if you want new Spurs shirt, best in the business, top quality stuff. Remember to order a size up if you're getting yours today. And over the course of the watch-alongs, we will be doing free giveaways on the new Spurs jerseys, home and away. But that is it from us today. I want to thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for subscribing to On The Ball. Keep subscribing. The link is pinned
Just 80,
to the live
80
chat.
people. Come
Just
on.
80 of you, and then we hit the big 10K. And we'll see you all another time, people. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
Come on,
you
you
Spurs.
Spurs.